Welcome back to downtown Amesbury, Massachusetts for the second round of the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. Along with our entire crew and the legendary Frank Face, I'm Kyle Bruce. We're back to bring you this second round matchup between Tina Ward, who's off her first round defeat of Brian Fournier. She threw 375 last week. It only gets tougher, Frank, as she moves ahead to our number 3 seed, who's Keith Beaupre, who was the last qualifier for the Tournament of Champions. He threw 349 in winning his ladder championship. He's been throwing a great ball all summer.
Certainly has.
He won the summer New England knockout. And what else do you think we can expect? This should be a great matchup.
A lot of explosive marks. That's just the way Keith throws the ball. He's a fireballer, heavy hitter, and you can say that about a lot of guys, but he's quite accurate as well. You don't really find that combination too often.
I think one of the things that we should probably talk about is the growth in Keith's game. Yes, he throws very hard. I mean, that's been well documented, but I think we're going to see, or we've seen certainly this summer, is that he's more than just a strike thrower. I mean, this is someone who has the ability to make a cut shot, and
indeed he does,
and using the wood on the deck, and it's only going to make him a better bowler.
Of course, stealing those extra marks is where you're going to make up the difference versus your opponent.
And clearly he's going to need it, because with the ball that Tina was throwing last week,
of course.
I mean, her ball seems to be tailor-made for Amesbury.
Indeed. Again, we've said it last week, perhaps the best female bowler out there.
Right. So this brings an intriguing matchup, because the winner of this will face Jonathan Boudreau next week, and Tina could be facing her mixed doubles partner, and we could also see the second match of well, actually, it could be the third, depending on who you talk to, between Keith and Jonathan. So, got to stay tuned. Anyhow, it's Tina Ward, Keith Beaupre in the second round matchup of the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. We hope you enjoy the match, and we'll talk to you in the post-match show.
We want to be a champion. We want the trophy that says champion, and we want to be the first champion, which to me means something. That means a lot.
Everyone on this ladder is, we're all champions. We all made it here. We all threw our best games to get there, and it's anyone's game. No one can't look past anybody in this game, because there's just too much can happen.
For being a woman, they don't think I can bowl as good as them. Some of them. A lot of them, they know I can bowl, and they get a little bit nervous bowling against me.
Know that, we're friends before the match and we're friends after the match, but during the match there's no, you're not friends with anybody during the match. You're bowling your own game and trying to win. And we knew that. There was no high-fiving, no yelling and rooting for each other or any of that. We just bowled our match.
Okay, well, this is Kyle Bruce from the Classic Candlepins Control Center, along with Frank Face, and we experienced some technical difficulties during the shoot of our second round match between Tina Ward and Keith Beaupre, so we're going to break it down for you, given the wonderful scoreboard that Scott Moore developed. Frank, we're able to do a recap for you. This is a match that both bowlers started out opens. They had a pair of 8s, but Tina, again, right out of the gate, she had a spare on strike. Didn't get the fill that she wanted on that spare, but she's still 41 after 3 here. Keith has opened his first 2, but has a spare 8. And this is emblematic of what we're going to see the rest of the match from him, is that when he puts a mark up, he's got a really good fill.
Absolutely.
And this first string, he has a 7.6 average on his first ball.
First ball, that makes a huge difference.
Right.
Kind of carried him through the match.
Right, and he's 7 out of 10 on that head pin as well. So Tina has the early 8-pin advantage at the halfway point, 61 to 53. And then the fireworks start.
Yes, Kyle. In true Tina Ward fashion, her third match on Classic Candlepins and her third double strike. She's filling a quota.
Yeah.
she has to throw a double strike.
I mean,
so.
she made the drive from Spencer. She might as well, load up with the hammers while she's here, and she certainly did that. She fills the first strike with 8, the second one with 9. She's 108 at that point in time. But the curious part about this match, and I think this is a point that we really have to drive home, is that the separation didn't really happen like it happened in the first week when Tina threw the 151 and the double in that against Brian Fournier. This is an example where Keith goes strike on spare and has a fill of 9 in that strike to close the gap to 92. So 107 to 92, a 15 pin difference there. It could have been a lot worse, but again, Keith right on the head pin, filling his marks very well and closing that distance. And the other point that I think we need to make too is that Tina's open the next 3 boxes, still gives her a 136, so that's a great start.
Absolutely it is. And, Keith, great response from him. Went open, but in the 10th box threw a spare with a 7 fill to close the gap up to 10 pins. So
right,
136, 126, could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. And again, we asked the question. This Tournament of Champions is full of storylines. One of the big ones is, has Keith turned the corner in his career? This is an example where maybe he could have wilted in the past or lose some of that focus, some of that concentration. We don't see that here in the first string. He's right in this match. And again, another question we asked, is Tina the best woman in the world? 136 so far, coming after that 375. Looking pretty good for her. So
certainly up for debate.
Absolutely. So we're going to go back for the second string of the second round matchup between Tina Ward and Keith Beaupre. We hope you enjoy the rest of the match. And again, we'll talk to you in the post-match show. Welcome back to Classic Candlepins, the second string of the second round matchup here from the City of Champions.
Indeed.
Beautiful downtown Amesbury with Rich Lamoni, Frank DeLuca, Scott Moore, the illustrious Francis W. Stanwood with the leprechaun velour footwear. This is Keith Beaupre. Trailing by 10, light in the pocket. We'll look at the bucket plus the 7. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he knew he lost that one right away.
Yes. The winner of this match will have their work cut out for them. Is sitting at seed number 2 is Jonathan Boudreau.
Buried the pocket, gets a nice 8 drop out of it.
The 5-9. Keith averaged 7.6 on his first ball. He was on the head pin 7 out of 10. And takes care of that 2-pinner. The juggernaut. That is Tina Ward. Threw a 136 in her first string.
You can see the championship trophy behind her.
Yes. Or the mere mention of the hardware.
Yes.
Has Tina going Brooklyn to take care of a strike in the first.
I thought that was going to be really full, and then it was just gone.
Of course, the trophy's furnished by Din Brothers.
Bit of nostalgia there for you.
That's correct. Today is all about nostalgia. We're filming this on the last Saturday in August. As you may be aware, the True Value Championship show used to be filmed on that date, as we're looking at Rich's favorite leave.
My favorite leave.
Yes. 3-5. 6 and 10. And just slid by the object pin that time. But she fills her strike with 8. Leads 21 right now. And scored at a 9. Keith will be cutting into Tina's advantage with his bonus ball. And he'll have the 1 and 2 to look at.
That's some really good late mixing there.
Well, that's the benefit sometimes of throwing it as hard as he does, is he can break up a lot. He slid by the head pin that time.
I was actually discussing that with Scott earlier before this match started. And that it doesn't always benefit you, but over the course of many, many boxes, I think over the long haul, it tends to help you. I don't know if 3 strings is enough of a cross-section to say that there's a benefit, but in the 20-stringer, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, those extra pins are going to add up that you steal throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Especially on fills.
Yes.
You know, if you're looking at a 3 or a 4 fill, it turns into a 5, 6, 7 fill, all of a sudden you're getting extra bonus pins. Yep. Generally, less pins to hit is an easier spare than more pins to hit, so, you know, you may get another spare. Build momentum.
Throwing hard is one thing. Throwing hard and being accurate is entirely another, as Keith will leave the 5 pin on his spare attempt. Yeah, I think that's why the Sargents over the years, Joe Ashline, another guy that threw hard but was very accurate. 10 box. And this is not a game of strikes.
It is not.
No.
I mean, it looks great when it goes,
Of
but
course.
I mean, this is a spares and 10 box game. Leave no pin standing. That looks good. 5, 7, and 9. No wood to help. And the ball broke nice into the pocket that time, too.
It did.
She was going to go. I don't know if she was intending to go
That thing.
outside that time. But
Right. Kyle, I want to mention that you did a fantastic job designing the shirts for this tournament.
Well, thank you. It's the Tournament of Champions and deserves a special look. These
Yes.
are our 5 ladder champions, and what a way to give back. You have the banners here. Tina's just waiting for the heavy artillery to come back to down the ball return there.
She certainly knows how to use it. I don't think we've seen a slow strike from her today, Kyle.
No.
They've all been explosive.
No. Oh, that one got away from her a bit. This is a good match so far.
Absolutely.
This is exactly what you'd expect in the Tournament of Champions, and especially from these 2 bowlers.
Well, we expect a good match, though. And a 9 box. Even at 45. So the advantage remains at 10 as it was after the first string. bit of a break that time. Not a leave you see very often. 4 horsemen left plus the 3. Keith trying to iron out the mechanics.
I think that wood will do nothing but help him.
Now, ball's been drifting a bit off to the right. But the way both of these bowlers have been throwing the ball, it might take something like a double to, nice check that time, they went outside. It might take a double to get a little bit of a cushion.
Sure.
Or even more than that.
Yeah, Tina already threw one, and the cushion's only 10.
Yeah.
Yikes.
The 1-8.
Not even the 189. That was, he got stiffed.
Yeah. Well, as they say in the game, it looks pretty when it goes.
Yes, it sure does.
Yes. One of the keys I think for Keith is to try to avoid the bad box. An 8 box will put him at 63.
I mean, especially with the way Tina's bowling right now. I mean, it seems like any mistake, she's going to capitalize.
Yeah.
She's going to capitalize.
Absolutely.
Or not even that, or anything that doesn't go your way. If he hits the shot and it doesn't go,
right,
she's going to take advantage of it.
Yep. Cannot let your concentration lapse even for a moment. This is the 110.
Yes. That's the way you had to shoot it. That was a great job.
Not an easy shot.
Especially with the wood there. No,
right.
Not at all.
Can she break up the split? And no. Corners will be full, but she fills the spare with an 8, which will give her a 63 half. But with that wood there, no, she tried to snap it over, but no joy on that one. Check there.
Picks up 2 pins and count.
Yep. Lead grows to 20 now. With 4 boxes to go in the second round matchup on Classic Candlepins, the 2015 Tournament of Champions. Look out.
Oh, yes. Look out is right.
That's what they call in the business a no-doubter.
Yes, indeed.
Look good coming off his hand, and nothing but trouble for the 10 in the pit. Keep going. 5-9. It'll be hard not to cap it.
Yeah, I think you have to. If you go low on that, it's just going to drive it completely to the right, I think, in front of the 9-pin.
Look at this.
I knew that's why we brought you here, Rich.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it.
Are we fighting now? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. I don't feel very good about it. That's a 9 box for Keith, and that'll put him at 91. Tough shot.
It was.
I mean, there's, you know, sometimes you have to shoot the cap and just hope that good things will happen. Just catches the head pin that time, and again, she has the corners full, but she has some lumber on the plate there. Right side of the front piece.
Oh my.
Wow. That back piece of wood was clearly a roadblock.
And she's opposite Keith's strike 9. So he'll gain some pins. Back to 10 being the difference here. Five, 6, 10. I think one of the most frustrating leaves.
Yes,
Either
indeed.
that or 4, 5, 7.
I typically try and clip the 6 on the left side to get some sideball action. That's generally, I think, the best approach.
See what she does here. Look at this. Come on.
So what's more frustrating, that leave or that result?
I think that result.
Yeah, when you play it right.
In any event, she gains a pin and count. So 11 is the difference with 2 boxes to go in the second.
What a match we have going on right now.
It's great. It's great. It's what Candlepin bowling is all about. I think because Keith bounced that one at the line, that caused him to get that split. 3, 6, and 7. But obviously that wood being in front of the 7, if he can split it. Let's see what he... Not a little heavy on 3. Don't forget to go to the Classic Candlepins Facebook page for roll-off information regarding Season 2. As we'd love to have you here. Appear in our show Under the Lights. That one got away, but he got a break.
Got some good movement there.
1, 2, and 9.
Yep, 1, 2, and 9.
Looking forward to Season 2, Kyle.
As am I. There are innovations that we're working on to try to make the show even better than first season was.
Nice shot.
And a spare. So 110 plus.
2 marks in the 10th. That's what you want to do in these matches.
The death stare.
That is Keith Beaupre.
Yes. And he'll fill it with a horseman. 116 will put Keith at 242. Tina's up looking to conclude her second string. Light hit. Little thin that time, so she'll have 2, 8, and 10. I think that wood's going to roll off.
I think so. There it goes. That's unfortunate.
Oof. Not too much you can do with that one.
No, she's doing the best she can with
Yep.
it.
Just keep knocking them down.
$9. 101. Tina hangs on. She'll be facing her doubles partner in the semifinal match.
That is true.
Jonathan calling her the best mixed doubles partner anyone could have as she's looking at the 10 pin. Looking to match Keith's spare on the 10th.
The double wood could pose a
Yeah, I don't like
risk
it.
here.
Yes. 111 plus.
Doesn't seem as scary when you throw the ball slower because you don't split them.
Right. There's a.
We generally, the two of us, throw it harder. We would, ball skips up in the air. We get nothing out of the ball, and then just throws it a little slower than we do.
More predictable action.
Big one.
7 is the fill and a 118. Second string. Tina Ward in a 254. 12-pin advantage going into the third and final string of our second round matchup in the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. Tina Ward, 254. Keith Beaupre, 242. We'll be back with the third and final string right after this timeout. All right.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. So leave your number at the beep.
Welcome back, Rich,
Where could I be?
to the Tournament of Champions on Classic Candlepins. We have
fired.
a
He's fired.
singing Rich who
He's
will
fired.
get his walking
Fired.
papers after this. Tina Ward is on lane 7. She leads by 12 and got a break off the head pin that time. She'll be looking at the 1, 2, 4, and 8. She has scores of 136 and 118. That looks good. No, I guess the ball just faded just at the last moment. Along with the aforementioned Rich Lamoni, I have Frank DeLuca next to me, the voice of Alley Chat.
One of the voices of Alley Chat.
The voice, a 9 box to start off the third string for Tina. We have the illustrious Francis W. Stanwood, who is the lob line judge and referee. He is not wearing Argyle socks, but he does have the leprechaun velour. I don't know.
Yep. He must have had his Lucky Charms this morning.
Tina will have a single pin to pick up. This is the 7. She's had. She's even more explosive on 6 than I think she is on 7.
I
but
agree.
She's had the same ball throughout the tournament so far.
And that was the one she threw the double on to win.
Right.
Against
Oh.
That was a lousy piece of wood.
It doesn't get much more clutch to throw a double in the 10th, so you can win by a pin to be here. She has a pair of 9s to start her third string here. As we take a look at Keith Beaupre, who is throwing 242 from Lynn, Massachusetts.
What a
Wow. He comes right out of the gate with the sledgehammer.
He's going to cut that lead to single digits.
Even more so if he can double up. That looked pretty good, but he's got the solid 5. Takes his time, fires right in the face. Spare on strike to start the third string.
Could be a bounce back. That's a great way to start off the third string.
The way Tina's been bowling, though, she can.
Oh, sure. Defend her lead.
Yep.
How is that pin standing?
I don't know. 3, 4, 6, and 10.
And you have to commend her right now. She's one pin short of averaging 130 on the day.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's going to take a 130 to beat her.
Yeah, she threw 375 in the first round to defeat Brian Fournier. And that'll be an 8 box. And keep in mind, she had that single pin with that bad wood on 6 the last time, so that easily could have been a markup. But as we've said before about Keith,
Late in the game.
right,
As of recent.
right, he had a. He threw a 146, I think, against Nick Norcross in the third string to capture that ladder championship.
And that was a close match.
Right. This is the 6-7-10. Let's see how she plays it.
Oh.
6 and 7 still remain.
I think she cut that piece of wood, the front piece of wood, a little too soon.
Right. And score that a 9. So open the first 4. And remember, Keith's on a spare. He went spare on strike. A devastating bomb to start off the...
On this exact lane.
Right, on lane 7. Uh-oh. And another. Making his move.
Absolutely. Start off with 3 in a row. Still working.
8 on the first bonus ball. 210. Some lumber, but I'm not sure how much of a help that's going to be. Into the cap plus the 2. Well, he went way left. I don't know if that one just got away from him or what happened.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, I think you just want to play it straight up, as if the wood wasn't even there. The 8 fill gives him 58 after 3 with an 8 box. He's at 56 after 4.
And has a 19 pin advantage.
66 after 4. My fault.
Good catch, Rich.
Thank you.
Oh. Thin hit that time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Object being the 3. And it just faded.
She had the right idea. Just got away from her a little bit. She's going to want to pick up as many pins here as she can.
Right. Got to avoid the quote-unquote bad box.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And look at that.
Wow. What a
shot.
That's why she's bowling in the Tournament of Champions and trying to tell you what's going on while I'm watching it. A 45 half for Tina, but she's still searching for her first mark of the third string. Uh-oh. Well, she's upset with how that ball went, but she got a break.
Yeah.
She'll be looking at the diamond, 1, 2, 3, 5, and in the corner she'll have the 10 pin. So she's pinning. Pair of 10s puts her at 55. Keith's lead is 19 again in boxes completed. Keith's off target that time. Held on to it a little bit too long. He got into a rhythm, especially on lane 7. Two crashers.
Absolutely.
Still 4-pin standing. He bounced that one at the line.
Right, Keith, have it out.
This is going to go down to the wire.
I think so, Kyle.
7 bucks. So a 73 half. Answering the call so far, anyhow.
Absolutely. Loses 3 pins and count, but
And he responds with a head pin hit, and he'll look at a 2-pinner. This is the 2-4. Ooh. It's a big miss.
just by it.
That keeps it closer than he'd like, I'm sure.
Well, especially given what Tina's been exhibiting today.
Right. It's just a question of her being able to break up that split in the 3rd string.
Right.
Carry the extra pin. 10 bucks. 83. 16 the difference. Either way, the semifinal match of the Tournament of Champions is one you will not want to miss.
Get
6-7.
And you said it, Kyle, breaking up that split. You know, there it is. Not what she wants to look at. Throwing a great ball still.
That would being angled and being that far out, I don't think is going to be that much help.
I don't think so either.
I like high.
She tries it.
Oh!
Nice try, Tina.
If you know, you got to play it. If you're going to go at it, the low isn't. I don't think going to help at all.
Not much of
Right.
an option, no.
Yeah.
Right.
And she sticks with it.
Still searching for her first mark of the 3rd string.
And there it is.
You know what happened just there.
Right away, Tina.
The
And
big one.
Right on time.
Clutch right there.
How will Keith respond?
He went strike, spare, strike to start the string, and now he'll have 2, 4, 7. But since then, he has 8, 7, and a 10 box. Uh-oh.
Just missed it.
It's a big pin right here.
He's all over it. But now, he's opposite the strike. So he's going to want to put a mark up anyway to keep it in the teens. And obviously when Tina comes back, she wants to double. A light hit, and Keith has 7, 8, 10. He's got 3 pieces of wood there. And I think because he throws so hard, the ball could go over the top.
I agree, but there may be enough splash in those 3 pieces of wood to cover the deck, you know.
This is one of those situations where it'd be better if Tina were throwing that ball.
And look at that. And you can see his frustration.
So because Tina has that strike up, the 2 bonus balls.
That can be dangerous to Keith.
Yep. 9 box.
She picks up 1 pin there. 15.
15. This is the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions, the 2nd round matchup. That looks good. 3, 6, 7. Another split.
Brings it down to single digits.
She can do it.
Weird.
There it is.
Ooh. So she'll fill her strike with 9. Ten will put her at 94. She definitely needs a mark here.
Indeed she does.
Strike spare would be kind of nice.
Well, she's done better before.
That she has, yeah.
So
on this lane.
Yes, indeed.
She breaks it up. 3, 6, 10.
Well, she's got some help there. I think that will kind of stabilize the ball if it goes through the 3-pin and run down all the way.
Oh,
she just misses it.
Nine will put Tina at 103 and at 357. Keith needs 14 pins to win.
This is bowling. Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
And there's a 9 drop.
This is the 10 pin. There it goes. And that, pretty much it.
Pretty much. A great match, guys. You know, 357 for Tina. Really nothing to shake your head at.
A fill of 8. That was a lob anyhow. I don't know.
We'd have to ask our illustrious judge.
Yes. 10 box. Weak point anyhow. 130. And 372 for Keith as he'll move on to semifinal week in a very interesting rematch.
Indeed.
Yes.
One for the books.
Yes. Keith Beaupre.
A lot of storylines.
Yes. Keith Beaupre 372, Tina Ward 357. We'll talk to Tina in the post-match show right after this timeout. Welcome back to Classic Candlepins, the conclusion of our second round matchup of the 2015 Tournament of Champions. We are here with Tina Ward, who is our fourth place finisher. She really had Keith Beaupre on the ropes, and that third string, it was a case, I think, of not being able to break up that extra pin and maybe getting some splits, and Keith came out and went, I think, strike, spare, strike, and it was hard to come back from that.
Yes, very hard.
I was going to, actually, Tina requested to run this entire post-match interview, and I had to decline just because they have me be the host here. But I thought you threw the ball excellent today. The ball seemed to break right into the pocket all day long, and you look like you're feeling good out there.
Yeah, it did feel good.
What do you feel? Do you feel like for people out there that feel like a woman can't compete in the Tournament of Champions?
Anybody can compete.
You certainly showed it to us today, I'll tell you that much. What do you think,
I
Rich?
mean, I want to commend you on it's the best I've ever seen you bowl. And it's great that it was on film and everybody was able to see it. You know, for two matches, you bowled unbelievably. And, you know, you held on to the momentum. And, you know, it's unfortunate, like Kyle said, that stuff didn't break up the third string because you were carrying everything for 5 strings. I mean, you're averaging 130. That's just like you said, anyone can compete. So, you know, congratulations on a great day.
Thank you.
Wish you could have kept going. Continue the run to see how far. But it looks like it ends here.
Tina, we have a trophy furnished by Din Brothers for you for being a ladder champion. It's a 4th place trophy. And next week will be semifinal week, as we'll see the rematch, Keith Beaupre against Jonathan Boudreau, for our entire crew, Rich Lamoni, Frank DeLuca, everyone here in the City of Champions, Amesbury, Massachusetts. I'm Kyle Bruce. We'll see you next week on Classic Candlepins. 2 down, 2 to go in the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. Keith Beaupre comes from behind to defeat 4th seed Tina Ward 372 to 357. And Frank, this was maybe might go a long way. In one of the questions that we asked, Keith was down by 12, I believe, going into the 3rd string, and comes right out of the gate, has a 73 half. And this was a string where Tina, again, was right on the head pin, but I think she went 6 or 7 boxes in a row where she was open. She did pin, though, which certainly kept her in the match. She only had that strike 9, actually, in the 8th. But Keith just kept going, kept the pressure going, had a spare 8 in the 9th, and he's going to the semifinal.
And like you said, I think this may not have been something that we would have seen in the past from Keith, where, you know, he may have lost his head or just kind of given up, but he stuck with it. Strike, spare, strike to start out, and the 3rd it's going to make you feel good, and then pinning along the rest of the way kept him afloat.
I think this is another trend that we've seen from Keith, is that bowling all summer and on our program, we saw it in the ladder championship match against Nick Norcross, is that 3rd string, he likes to come out very early and establish that, 3-4 marks in a row, have a big half, and really keep the pressure on the opponent. He did that again to Tina today, through a 130, and he's moving on to the semifinal, which should be very interesting, and it's a matchup that I'm sure a lot of people out there in Candlepin Nation are looking forward to. The rematch between Jonathan Boudreau and Keith Beaupre in the semifinal matchup of the 2015 Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. Do you have any thoughts for that? Because I'm sure no one else does.
Well, I think many people do, and this is an arch rivalry between the two. They have a history. They've both beat each other, so it's really anyone's game.
Right.
Two fantastic young bowlers, and I think we have a lot in store for our viewers.
Right, and the last time they bowled was in the Summer New England Knockout, and Keith had a victory through 620, I think, in Wakefield, and I think Jonathan threw right around 600, so he's going to want to atone for that defeat.
Absolutely.
And either way, we're in store for a great matchup. Semifinal week next week on Classic Candlepins. Jonathan Boudreau takes on Keith Beaupre. For our entire crew, Frank Face, I'm Kyle Bruce. See you next week. Semifinal week on the 2015 Classic Candlepins.